good morning and happy 4th of July. So not much is going on this week on Holly Hill. They've done a little bit of stuff, but lots of things are still happening with the journeys with Ken and LeighAnn. As you saw last weekend, one of our journeys was to work in the garden. So we ended up getting about 10 gallons of pole beans out of the garden. So I thought, as I'm freezing beans today, I would talk a little bit about how I do that. So I get the beans, and the first thing that I do is cut the ends off of those, and then I wash them. I put them in cold water and I put ice in it just to let all the dirt and bugs off of the green beans. That cold water seems to help with that. And then I lay them on a towel and leave them there for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, so that they've dried real good. Now, we like beans in several different ways. So on some of the beans, and pretty much the thinner ones, I am taking and cutting them up, and I'm just gonna throw them into a bag and use my food saver to seal those up and put them in the freezer. But oftentimes we like to either saute or grill really good big green beans. So I take those and lay them out on a pan so that they can freeze individually, and them for about 15 to 20 minutes so that they will not stick together when I seal them in the bag. So just a real easy thing. I do not blanch them first. They maintain their color, they maintain their flavor. I do use a food saver and vacuum seal the bags so that they stay good. I have sealed one end of the bag. You need to leave about 3 inches. It tells you that in the directions of the food saver to seal the bag at the bottom. And with the cut green beans, I just put them in the bag and seal them. I vacuum and seal. I do not freeze these individually because it doesn't matter if they stick together. They're either going to be put into some really good vegetable soup or just cooked, boiled as green beans. Before I seal the beans, I like to kind of lay them flat so that when I store them in the freezer, it won't be just like a ball of beans, but will actually lay flat and be stackable, if you will. So here's our first bag of greens for the freezer. I did not think, but one thing to remember is go ahead and write the date and what you have put in the bag before you seal it. It makes it a little more difficult. Sharpies are great, so I'll use a Sharpie and I'll get through this. But I also do not seal all the way to put my food all the way to the end of the seal, because if I cut it open to get some out and still have some that I want to refreeze, I of course can do that with the food saver. So you know, to keep from being wasteful, I do oftentimes continue to use that bag. So I hope this helps with your freezing veggies. And so this time I will remember to write 7/4/19 and Kentucky Wonder pole beans. Yes. Now I will get the pan out of the freezer and put some partially frozen long beans in to this bag. For the whole beans, I do try to move kind of quickly because I don't want them to start thawing out and getting soft or wet before I seal the bag. We may not have a garden on Holly Hill next year. I'm trying to put up as much as I can this year. So hope that helps you a little bit if you're out there gardening, to know there's an easy way, time consuming, but very easy way to freeze those green beans. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe to Journeys with Ken and LeighAnn. Ring the bell and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Everything is Journeys with Ken and LeighAnn. You have a happy 4th of July, and we'll be antiquing some this weekend. Ken's journey today is working on refurbishing some of the antiques that we found. So we'll be showing that video soon, as well as going through the plans and some of our changes with that. So be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us as we try to keep up with them. Have a great day.